Personal branding is the future of coaching businesses. How's it going, my friend? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. And as you guys can see, my hair has been growing out and my beard as well. It's keeping a little thicker. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys. We'll talk about more about the beard in a minute because I know you guys love that. But I want to talk about how personal branding has always been and will always be the thing that really makes you feel fulfilled, helps you love your business, your brand, and makes you a lot of money, okay? Which is why we're doing all those things. And so one of the changes that you may have seen recently is that there's so many people who are not trusting anymore about what's being promised and sold out there in terms of services, coaching businesses, right? There's been a big change, okay? I've seen it, you guys have seen it as well. And that's good, right? Change is always good. Now, there's gonna be some bad that comes with it because people have to get used to the new way of doing things, but there's always a lot of good that comes with it as well. So for you and I, what does that mean? So if you're actually trying to monetize and make money from your coaching business, I wanna recommend you to do it in this way, okay? I'm gonna give you two different paths here. And if I were to start all over again, I'll kind of dive into some of my past as well to really be honest with you and transparent and show you how I would do things if I were to start now. And when I say start now, some of you may be restarting, right? Some of you have sold coaching or services and now you want to go all in, or some of you want to change your offer, you want to change the direction of your brand. This applies to you as well. Okay, so listen. If you need the immediate money, okay, and you're wanting the coaching business to provide immediate money for you, this is what I would recommend. This is not something I usually recommend, but I recommend this, okay? I would recommend that you keep your job or that you get a job that could pay the bills. A 9 to 5, possibly if you can, remote. There's a ton of remote opportunities out there. That way you can still be online, you can still work from home, right? You don't have to worry about the commute and getting ready and all those things, right? It takes up several hours of your day. So that's what I'd recommend. And then I would recommend for you to go all out with your personal brand and then offer the coaching services as a part of that brand. Very different advice from what I would have probably told someone a few years ago, but that's because things are changing. We're always changing. As I evolve, as I have more knowledge, I'm going to give you the best of the best, right? So, you guys know when I talk, I sweat, okay? So I'm a sweater, what can I say? So anyway, that's the first option. And this is why I recommend that, because you are the niche. You are the person who has several different interests that you want to display, talk about, show up with. And that is what makes a personal brand. A lot of people ask, what's a personal brand? A personal brand is literally you, right? It's you. It's how you live your life. It's the things you're interested in. What do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to think about? What kind of content do you like to watch? What do you like to engage in, right? That's your personal brand. Your interests make up your personal brand, right? So I may have 5, 6 main interests, so some of the things, and I'm going to incorporate and kind of tie this all in with how I started my coaching business, went all in about 6 years ago. Some of the things I currently am more passionate about, and just examples of kind of how I show up in my personal brand. Love Bollywood, right? Indian cinema, Indian music, love it, right? It means so much to me emotionally. I grew up watching such really hardcore romantic films, dramas, action movies, all sorts of stuff that I fell in love with. I love Hollywood too, but Bollywood and the music is a big part of my branding, right? So you guys sometimes see that in my content and whatnot. I love sometimes working out. It's an on and off relationship, but sometimes I post content on that. Or my outdoor walks. I love posting content on that. I like kind of showing a little bit more skin, right? I'm in a tank top right now. Sometimes I do shirtless videos when I wake up. It's kind of just my thing. My hair and my beard became a part of my personal brand. That was unintentional, but people would comment on it a lot, so I'd start to show more because I was enjoying it too and I was having fun with it, right? I like showing content when I'm hanging out with my family, going out to dinners with them, going on vacations with them, trips with them, right? I show some content when I'm with my friends, right? And eating out, right? Like I love showing content of nice restaurants and things like that. What else? Vlogging in general, right? It's like sharing funny moments. In my stories, I share a lot of funny things, like funny stuff. I just kind of vlog, share some fun moments with you because that makes me happy, right? So I enjoy vlogging as well. I enjoy modeling, right? And so sometimes like just selfies, just expressing myself in a certain way, a certain mood, a certain energy. I like giving that off. It makes me feel really good. And when I get compliments and stuff, it feels amazing, right? And so those are some of the things I genuinely enjoy, and I would say make up a bulk of my brand, right? Because those are all the things that I'm interested in. Of course, I love manifestation. I love spirituality. I love, of course, mindset, right? That's always been a thing of mine. So I'm going to talk about that and continue learning about it as a student, and then share whatever I've learned with you my whole life, right? So that kind of makes up some of my personal branding, in addition to the business coaching, in addition to marketing and selling and helping you put yourself out there and helping you show up and going through all the mental roadblocks of not just showing up, but then also building a successful coaching brand, right? So I would say, I mean, that's a lot of stuff I just counted, right? There's probably a ton of more things, but that's an example of personal brand. So what I would do today, and this is what I'm doing today, right, is I'm leaning more into that, right? And I'll tell you how I did things a little differently when I started, but kind of not. But the reason I recommend you do that is because a personal brand is something that is long-term and is going to stick with you for life. It's going to help you profit for life. It's going to help you be who you are for life and show up the way you want to. When you're not using you, the personal brand, as the niche, as the offer, as a making a part of the offer from your personal branding, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, because then it's basically like having another job. Now, the alternative of that, and Alex Hormozy actually talks about this in one of his videos, so I want to give him credit. I've known these concepts too, but I like the way he spoke about it. So the alternative of that is just offering a service, right? So me as Wasi or Dr. Wasi on this platform, or King Wasi, depending on where you're watching me, on this platform can show up as the guy who is offering coaching to help you build a six-figure coaching business using my proven process. I've helped hundreds of people do it, made millions of dollars in combined revenue. I talk about making my first $1 million as a coach and how I did that. And so I can help you with those things, and I offer that, I show up that way, right? Now, that's me offering a certain type of service. But what I want you to do is I want you to focus on showing up as the realest version of you and talking about the things you want to talk about, and then within that, finding something that you would love to help people with. So there's lots of different ways you can do this. Obviously, just off the bat, you can just offer one-on-one coaching. I think that's some of the most easy, like the easiest way to get in, right? Even if you're starting out or restarting, just at a relatively low price, then work your way up, or create a community, right? Create a community or group, which is really popular these days, something that I'm diving into as well, and you'll hear about that way more in the future. But that's the way that I would go about it, right? So if I have all these interests, what I would do is I would show up as the version of me and express all the things I want to express in my content, which is fucking scary, because the thing that holds us back is judgment, right? It's a very normal thing to be afraid of judgment. And you will feel it every step of the way, but then you also feel this excitement and thrill, and that's what makes us feel fucking alive, That's what makes life so fun and worth living, in my opinion, one of the beautiful things of that. And so, yes, the fear is there, but it's overcoming that kind of fear that is really thrilling and gets you what you want. Like, it's like all the joy, all the love, all the happiness that you want is on the other side of fear, right? And I don't mean doing things like, bungee jumping and stuff like that. Although if that's your thing, hey, great, right? I'm talking about things like knowing what you need to do to become who you want to be and create the life you want, create the business you want, and not doing it because of the judgment of others, right? I think that's one of the biggest fears that people have. And so I think that alone, you practicing just putting yourself fully out there is the most important thing. I will still say this, right? Even at the level of thousands of followers and having made millions of dollars, I will tell you that there's still a judgment. There's still these thoughts, that negativity that comes up, right? A big part of me doesn't really give a fuck, right? when anyone thinks of me, and I've displayed that, right? But there's always, as a human, there's always going to be a part of us, and a big part for you is just going to be what your relatives think about you, what your extended family thinks about you, what old friends who see you, or current friends who see this other side of you think about you, what that will mean for your relationships. Will they not want to talk to you anymore, etc., etc. I'm going to create different videos for that topic, and that's one of the things I help my clients with when I coach them, actually, on building a coaching business. It's so much more than just, post this one thing for the algorithm. Like, anyone can teach that, right? You can use ChatGPT for that. The coaching that we do dives in much deeper to really help you show up. Hey, in the last video, I totally forgot to mention that you can work with me. I was making it a 3-part series, so you guys will see the next 2 parts, but I wanted to make them about 10 minutes long. So I just want to let you know, based on this first part alone, if you're interested in building a 6-figure coaching business, a personal brand that will stand the test of time, that's going to give you freedom, fulfillment, fun, the lifestyle you want, and help others, and help you never have to work a 9-to-5 again and continue to make more and more and more, because it's going to be a personal brand-based coaching business. Go ahead and comment 6 below wherever you see this, or send me a DM, and I'll connect with you.